Hey guys, what's one and only, my name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build a City, episode 330. Numbers that just for some reason sit really well in my head, so I thought for 330 we'll do another Titivate episode. I know how much you guys enjoy them, but with this Titivate episode we're only going to focus on the sort of top mountainy part of the city, not the inner city. We always do the Titivating in the inner city. Today we're going to stick to up this part, and the first thing that I want to try is something that we spoke about a little bit here and there, and that's turning all of the grass at the airport into a stonier or a grey block to make it a little bit sort of more concrete jungly style, as opposed to the sort of green outline around everything. Now it worked at first because the airport was small and it was a bit of a first city runway, but now everything is sort of expanded and got bigger. It now just looks a little bit weird having green around the edge. It might just be me, but I always found it a little bit odd. So we've got a couple of options that we can do. We can either make all of the grass the same color as the taxiway and the runway and these sort of roads here, and I think that'll blend in a little bit too much. We can make it into a mossy stone block, which is a nice block, but it's not mossy stone in our texture pack here. The only trouble is it has no texture. It's a nice clean block that we use for a lot of roofs and modern stuff. Stone brick I don't think will work. So I think our option is between cyan stained clay or grey wool. And both have pros and cons. I think the texture of grey wool could look really nice. It has a sort of concretey like texture. But on the other hand, the smoothness of cyan I think matches the texture of stone a little bit better. See how it's sort of a lighter version of that? Voice, come back to me. It might even be exactly the same texture, but just with less contrast. That's the wool. As you can see, wool is a little bit different of a texture. But I think it's a nicer grey. Between the two, I think the only way that we can do this is really to do like a test patch. Let's do a big test patch of the runway section. Computer, do not break on me. I need to go all the way up the other end. It's such a long runway. This is as fast as I can fly. I am sprint flying. It doesn't look that fast, but when you actually think about it, it's pretty fast. I used to have boots that I could wear that would make me run really fast. I can't remember what the command was for that. It was one of you guys that sent it to me. But if we do this, we're going to have to replace the block underneath the fence. I think with probably stone brick underneath it, because I don't like it when when fences sit on grass at the best of times. But anyway, doesn't matter at the minute. So let's do cyan clay first. 159.9. Replace grass with 159.9. I've wanted to do this for so long. Okay, so this is the test patch. It's going to be hard to tell when we've got grass sitting next to it. We'll have to sort of hold the camera like this. You know, I don't dislike that. In fact, the more I look at it, the more I really like it. But fair's fair. Let's go back over here. And we'll swap out the clay with wool. So that is 35.7. So if we... Oops. Take this away and we do 35.7, we now get the wool. So the wool is darker, the wool is closer to stone. Again, I don't mind it. I think I like it on this part. I think the only trouble that we're going to have is when we get around the tower area. It's not bad. You know, I don't mind. At a distance, I don't mind either. What about close up? This is what wool looks like close up on the runway. And if we undo, it'll go back to the clay. You know, I'm swaying towards clay. I think I like the clay better. I think the slight level works a little bit better for me. I missed one block at the back here. For me, anyway. Let me know in the comment section which one do you prefer. We shall do that. Even on the map, I think I like it on the map as well. Okay, let's plop all of this down then. So we'll want to go probably from about here to it's gonna be really tough. No, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do it in smaller sections. I can't hit it like in one load. To about there, I think was the right one. I have to come over one more block. Okay, now I've got all that anyway. I can come down here and do... Whoops. Whoops. I'm just typing hash to myself. So we'll do that one. We'll come over here. And put down that one. And then come down here. I'm gonna have to go around and place stone brick underneath the fences. For sure? Do I? I don't know. We'll go all the way around and we'll come back. That's what we'll do. I don't know if I need to. I don't usually like it, but I think because it's on such a vast scale, maybe it's not necessary with this one. So this one to here. And this one all the way down to this corner over here. I pointed at my screen then. You guys can't see that. All the way down here. The runway is absolutely huge. It's nowhere near how big a runway would need to be, like to scale. But it's still a big runway. It's long enough for the Minecraft planes to easily take off and land on, and that's what we built it to scale to. Okay, I think I really like this. I think on the map it looks more like one piece rather than a runway sitting in the middle of a field. That's the sort of feeling I'm getting from it. I like that. So that's number one off the list. Number two is, I know this plot of land is still up for debate on what to build on, but this part here isn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some saplings. I'm going to go with some spruce, like the plan was. I was talking about how I do trees. We're going to get the spruce ones down first, and hopefully we hang about this area just long enough for them to grow. Just those ones. That's all we need. We'll come back. We'll put down the birch and the oak ones later on. So I've got that one. And same as behind here. I've got a little list down on my monitor on what we're sort of going to be hitting up today. So we're just got to sort of do it in order. It sort of wraps around itself. Okay, so that's going to be nicely behind there. I think we initially just had like oak trees sort of lining the edge of the fence, which like looked nice for a long time, but now that we've got the houses here, it's just a little bit bland there. So we'll wait until they grow. They might need a little bit of help because they're on like a pretty steep bank, but that's okay. So this area here is next in front of the farm. Nothing else that we can do with this, so we're just going to nicely tree it up. We've got the oaks lining the edge of the fields and stuff, but this area here and this area here, in fact, it looks like I put down the spruce here already and they've grown. I've forgotten about it. So we'll put down the spruce. Hey, I wanted one there. Like this. And then we'll get the oak and the birch for this part. I think birch is my least favourite tree. I can never seem to get birch tree to like really look nice. Hang on, no one there. Okay, so we've got that part now. We'll wrap around at the end of the episode and make sure that it's grown and add all the other trees. There's no point standing around and not doing anything here. So we've got the university here. Now, this part looks okay because we've got the benches. But the one on the step down doesn't have any benches. So we're going to go down here. And it's a little bit more open in the middle. I would really like to have a tree in the middle. Oh, where was it that doesn't have any? Unless it did have benches and I was too far away. Ah, when I was flying over, I was too far away. It does have benches then, it's fine. But in this middle area, it looks a little bit too empty. And I think I want to put a tree in the middle here. Maybe even a little blossom tree. Let's get some logs here. Maybe make it a sort of a bit of a big oldie style tree going on. Something like that. And then something like this. And then something like that. And then something like this. I'll make a little bit of a grass area around it so it's not growing out of stone. And then something, I've built plenty of custom trees before in Minecraft, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about what I'm doing here, but you guys are more than welcome to sort of follow along if you like sort of this style of tree. And I always start them in the same sort of way. We always start with like a trunk, and then we come out with some main branches, like the large branches, like this. I think I want that one there. I think I want this one here. And then I think I want that like that. And maybe one coming out like this. And then a little one just like that. So that's going to be the sort of base tree there. In fact, does it come out a little, maybe it comes out a little bit too much on this side. Look. You want to get a sort of a bit pretty much round feel. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so once you've got these in, we're going to extend the trunk up a little bit more, but we're going to keep it nice and thin here. And then we're going to do a smaller one up the top here. Nice and small like that. And that should give you a sort of mushroomy top. Now, I'm going to use pink wool. Oh, do I not have pink wool? I don't, because we changed it. Okay, we're going to go with a clay, and then I'll mix in some other blocks afterwards. So, the way that I do this is I go around and I place on top of all of the logs, the clay, or whatever block you're using. Just on the tops to begin with. I do it in a sort of a specific order that I know everything that I want covered is covered then. So like this, like that. So that's all of the tops covered. And then I go around and I do all of the sides. So we hide up all of the log sides here. If we don't have pink wool, I might not do a cherry blossom tree. We might change this up to another colour that we've got the right sort of wool for to make it look nice. So see how I'm going around all of the sides and I'm covering up all of the logs. I think I'll go around that one as well. You don't need to have I don't think I want them there. I think I just like them. I think I like it like that. Yeah. You can use clay blocks. You don't have to see the logs if you don't want to. I might as well cover the bottoms up as well while we're here. I usually cover the bottoms up last, but it looks like I'm covering most of the bottoms up as I go anyway. Like that. Like that. If you just do it in a specific sort of more of an order, you're less likely to miss blocks. Like I shouldn't have started on that top level. I should just stick to this level first. I think that's all done. So basically, you shouldn't be able to see any logs when you're sort of out here. Like I can see some in the middle here. Get through there. Probably one on the back. So yeah, from the top now, you can't see any logs. Actually, it doesn't look that bad in clay. It looks better. Oh, I think I see one. I do. Boop. Look at that. Absolute laser vision. And one there and there. Okay, I'm actually going to leave the ones on the bottom here. So I'm going to be able to see the sort of branches from down here. I think I am going to turn these, though, to face that way. Leave that one like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to just place down a few random ones. Just sort of drooping a little bit. Just one block ones. In totally random spots. Like so. I think that looks quite nice. And maybe mixing in some other ones now. Now that we've got it in, we might be able to mix it. It's a little bit harsh, that purple, but we might be able to mix it in 15910. And maybe a little bit of pink stained glass. Just a little bit. So, let's get the one back. Let's select the area. Pause 2. So that is 159.2, and we're going to want to add 159.10 and 95.6. 95.6. I'm just going to write that down. So 195.2, 195.10. Replace 195.2 with 195.10, 95.6. But mostly keep with the pink wool, so it's going to be 95.2, 195.2, 195.2. Let's do that ratio first. 0 blocks have been replaced. 159, not 195. 159, 159, 159, 159, 159. Boom. Okay, too much glass, and maybe not enough purple. I actually don't mind the purple too much. Okay, we shall just undo. So we shall bump up the 159.10, 159.10. I don't think I like the glass at all. I think I'm going to take the glass out entirely. I think I like that better. Just in the middle there. Okay, let's get some grass. We've spent a little bit too long here, I feel. Let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, it just fits around the tree perfectly. Look at that. Oops. Absolutely perfect. So I'll put these down in here. On these episodes, I don't like to spend like too long in one spot. I like to sort of keep moving, but it's okay. We shall grab, I think I'll go with stone brick with a slab of this on top. Around like that. We'll run this bag around as well. Like the university staple tree. Maybe it's their crest or something. Bit of bone meal in the middle. Get rid of the plain grass. Get a few little yellow, maybe a couple of red flowers in there. Yeah, got an orange one. Beautiful. I think that looks lovely. Yeah. Boom. We're moving on. So, now that we've got that one, let me look at my list. Bowling area. Let's just go down to the bowling area. It's right at the bottom. I know I said we weren't doing inner city stuff, but I saw this here. It's not big enough for anything. We can't really do even well, I could probably do a path through here. Let's just knock a path out here quick. Like that. Let's just raise this up. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Okay, that's done. And then this part be nicely treed up. So again, we'll get our saplings back. We'll just start off with the spruce saplings. In here. I'll leave that to grow. How are they getting on up here, by the way? Because we spent a little time doing that tree. They might have grown. Yeah, one has. Two has. Okay, we'll give it a little bit more time. These ones are growing around here as well. Once they grow, that'll fill up that gap there nicely. Okay, so that should be the bowling area started at least. We are going to head up this way to the modern houses. There's a little bit of a gap of sort of nothing going on at the back of the modern houses on this side, as we'll see when we approach. Nothing can't fly any quicker. I don't think I have any warp zones really this close either. I should really put down more warp zones. In fact, I should clear all my warp zones and manually put them all back in again. But yes, so here, I just saw like a couple of gaps here, look, and some gaps down there. But as you can tell, these are all spruce trees. So we have already done part one, obviously, of putting these saplings down at some point. And then I've forgotten to come back and put down the other ones. So it's a nice easy fix. We'll put those down there. And the same at the front. That's never going to grow there. Even an oak tree would never grow there. And oak trees sort of are super easy to grow like anywhere. Same on this corner. Look, it's all spruce trees here. It's nice. I've obviously thought ahead and put put them down ahead of time, but then just never came back. Okay, and then a couple of birches in along these as well, just to keep the colours of the leaves a little bit different when you're flying through it. It's important to have that texture of different trees instead of all just having oak. Oak are great to just line areas with, edge areas with. I use it quite a lot, or I do an awful lot. But if you do too many oak trees, it just becomes just a mess. A mess of one colour leaf. And there's at the top here as well. Just a few. Just like that. And we'll let those grow. Moving on to behind the hospital now. Hospital is just down here. Oh, you know what? Should probably just put a couple here. We'll do that one and that one. There's going to be nothing else going to be going on. And one there. Couple there. Okay, so behind the hospital, same thing. Nothing's ever going to be going on behind here. It's too close for spruce trees to grow, so we might as well just put some oak trees down here. You can't see it on overviewer. Ain't no one ever going to come down here. But when you're just flying from above and you see like this green space and nothing going on, it just looks a little bit weird. So we're just going to fill it up with some trees here. Look. Ooh, double click. Finger went all funny. Okay, like that. They'll grow. Absolutely fine. And then we've got, finally, around the power bank that we built recently. Now, I did put the spruce saplings down around here, and 5 have grown. But because I haven't been in the area, we've been somewhere else in the area, this part has been unloaded. So this really requires me just sort of standing still for about half an hour. Until they all grow, or I can go around and use bone meal to force it a little bit quicker. I think what we'll do is we'll lap back around now just to see how we're looking. Look at that lighting glitch there. Can I get rid of that? I know they basically just come up after, when I reload the world anyway, but yeah, beautiful. It didn't even place the log. That was really weird. And we've obviously still got behind the runway that whole mount. Let's go over and have a quick look. I'd like to do an interior to this as well, just with like a load of like torches and buttons and levers and stuff, computer monitors. So like all of this needs to be treed up, even probably around the back here between the mountain and the runway. Put a line of trees down there and then spread it out. This needs some terraforming still going on. We've got a little bit sort of holy and patchy going on there, and then all of this needs to become woodland. because there's nothing else I want to do with this. It's on the back of the island. You never see it. It's sort of just a landing area for the planes, and that's it. But it's going to take absolutely forever for me to do that. I won't do it on camera. I shall do that off camera when I get like a spare hour or so of free time. I've just placed down the spruce ones and then stand back and watch them grow, similar to how I done the front. But yes, let's go back over here. Keep sprinting. Okay, 1 grown there, 2 grown. Now, I need to wait about for a little bit. I'm going to wait about for a little bit, and then I shall come back once we've had more spruce trees, guys. I think I'm gonna wait over there. Let's walk back to the hospital. I'm gonna wait over by the power bank here, and then we'll start again in about 15-20 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, I ended up helping them out a little bit with some bone meal, and I've gone ahead and I've put down all of the oak and birch saplings around here, because I think you guys have seen enough of me putting down saplings in an area. But yeah, this is sort of what it looks like mid-stage. Actually, it looks quite nice with the saplings. They look like little flowers, don't they? But it'll just look better when they've grown up. Boop, he grew. I've left that bit untouched again because we've got this area to be built on. We'll flatten it out and we'll build something on there. It's a really nice spot. It's actually quite a prime spot of the city, and the plot's left. So that looks good. I'll off camera just stand there and let those grow. That lighting glitch is back already. Can you believe it? Go away. Can I just like place a sapling near it? Will that fix it? No, it's got to be a block. There we go. Boop, fixed. So let's just have another fly over the airport now, and make our way back towards the sort of front of the airport here where we started, and see if we can place. If the spruce have grown over here. I doubt they have, because while I was over there, I think this will be too far away for them to grow. But if they are, then we'll end the episode off here, and I'll do the rest off camera. Actually, it looks like a few little ones have grown. In fact, this part here, I don't think I've done this part here. I've done that part. Oh no, I did do this part. Yeah. Okay. We're good then. We'll start putting some. Let's start with the oak ones. Put some oak ones in here. Beautiful. I didn't think that these would have grown. We'll put some oak ones down like this. I'm going to only bring them down to about here, because we might use a bit of that. In fact, I'm going to take that one away and put that up there. Okay, fine. Put a little couple of birch ones in there. That'll be fine. Around the front here, not many of these ones have grown, but to be fair, I think if we mix in some birch here, it'll be fine. Now, the spruce ones still might grow if they hurry up and get their butts in gear. They might grow in time. We've had a few grow around here, which is good. And oak. I might put them right down to the bottom here as well, because it's not big enough for them to have a garden around here. They're nice houses, but no garden. So we put these up like that. Beautiful. Let's head this way. Hey, a lot of no, not many of these ones grown. Some of these have grown. I might leave that area for a little bit. I'd like to. Well, I've got the bone meal on me. Let's just do it. There we go. I'm running out of recording time for today, you see, so I've got to have to go a little bit quicker. Oak ones. So a couple of oak ones up there. A bit too close to the road, that one is. Really spam fill them up. Beautiful. A couple of birch ones in the mix. Now, not all the saplings grow. If you go through like a wooded area on any part of the city, you'll find quite a lot of saplings in there, and I really like that, because it feels a little bit like it's that area is starting to look good. It feels a little bit like natural sort of eco zone, where the trees are sort of dropping their own saplings and going on from there. So I sort of like that. This little middle part here needs a little something, doesn't it? While we're here. Beautiful. They'll just grow in time. Same as here. No point in having this sort of blank space. It's not big enough to put anything in, so just sort of fill it up. I like that. I like that tree in the middle there. That's really quite nice, actually, with the path going down through the observatory. Still really like the observatory. Okay, this part down here, nothing's grown here. It's been too far away. I'm going to have to leave the episode here, guys. I am out of time, unfortunately. It's been a good episode, though, and it's going to really make a difference to the overall look of the city. It really does. Don't underestimate this kind of, like, little twiddly jobs. But hopefully for next episode, all of these would have grown, and I'll put the birch and stuff down, and oak and stuff on all of these. And I might even show you next episode, if I remember. It's gonna be a couple of days for me to record. Oops, for me to record, so I might forget. Go on, you can grow there. You can definitely grow there. My finger hurts. Nope. All right. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you. Screw it. In the next episode. Bye.